So I want to get rid of these cargo lights. There's 2 here and then 2 in the back. So I'm just going to pop them off and disconnect them. I got this one side popped off. All I did was just a little, just pop that in there and pull down. And I'm going to go do that on the other side. So all I had was this file, but it worked perfectly because I just popped it up in there and just pushed that tab in. Because this tab, it just pushes in there. And I'm going to go pop out the other side. Okay, and the reason that works is you can see these little tabs, they just push in. So you push something in and pull down and the lights will come out. And then these things, they just pop up out of there. It's hard to do with one hand, but they just literally straight up pull out. So let me go pull those out. I also want to remove this grommet and this big glob of wire stuff right there if I can, because it's kind of messes up where my ceiling is going to go so that I can keep it as flush as I want. So let's see if we can do that. Here's where the light was. To get the grommet loose, I'm just using a flathead screwdriver, just loosening that up, and it'll pop out of there. Oops. Now we've got the grommet loose, and pull that wire connection out of there, and then I'm going to loosen this up here, and then I'm going to tuck everything right up next to this beam. But first, these ends here I'm going to tape off with some electrical tape just so there's no exposed wires or anything hanging out. Not that there is, but just extra precaution. Okay, so I took some black electrical tape and taped off those ends so that the part where the power comes through is not exposed anywhere. Now let's go and attach this all up next to the beam and out of my way so I can get my roof or ceiling going. To get this grommet off, I just took a pair of shears and just cut right through it so that it would come off of there. I got to cut a little bit more, but it cuts through that really easily. We don't need that up in here. Okay, so just took some aluminum tape just to attach this up here nice and snug and up underneath of this metal beam so that it doesn't interfere with when I put my ceiling on. This is what it looked like before. Now we need to do this side. So basically kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I don't want these cargo lights coming on because they're going to be up underneath of the ceiling. No sense in having those there. And then also getting rid of this grommet and these wires that interfere with the ceiling. So yeah, that's how you do that. And now I need to do the same for these 2 back here. Let's pop these off and see what we got. So I realized, especially back here, because there's this little dip, it was easier to pop these off just with the flathead screwdriver, just easily. All right, so this one, all I'm going to do with these, because there's no wires or grommets or anything to get rid of, I'm just going to pop these off, tape them up with some electrical tape, pop it back in there, and attach it down so it's not moving, wiggling around in there with some aluminum tape. And then this will just be capped off eventually with some wood, whatever we put back here. So yeah, this is how you disconnect your Ford Transit cargo lights when you're doing your van conversion, or even if you just don't want them to come on, because they come on and stay on for a long time when you open them and could potentially drain your battery if you do that too often. So yeah, that's what I did today.